Most people think when something breaks, the only question is whether a man can fix it. A lawnmower that will not start, or a drill that suddenly goes silent. To most people, these are small problems, but what a man does next reveals far more than whether he knows how to repair them, because the engine starts, or it does not. And once you see that, there are 7 levels of men when something breaks. Level 1. The Spectator. Picture your regular 9-to-5 dad. It is Saturday afternoon. He walks into the yard and finds the lawnmower sitting exactly where it stopped last weekend. He pulls the cord once, then twice. Nothing. He looks at the engine, then reaches for his phone. Not to search for the problem, but to call the neighbor who always knows what to do. In his mind, fixing things belongs to another kind of man. Someone more mechanical, more experienced, more naturally gifted. He does not think, "I have not learned this yet." He thinks, "I am not good with these things." That is the Spectator. The problem sits in front of him, but in his mind, it already belongs to someone else. Level 2. The Replacer. Picture a man standing in his garage with a drill that suddenly stopped working. He presses the trigger. Nothing. He removes the battery. Puts it back in. Still nothing. Within minutes, he is searching for a newer drill. More power. Longer battery life. Better features. He has not checked the charger. He has not cleaned the contacts. He does not want to understand why the tool stopped. He only wants the inconvenience gone. A new tool gives him relief, but it does not give him knowledge. That is the Replacer. He believes progress means owning something better, even when the old thing may only need 5 minutes of attention. Level 3. The Researcher. Picture your regular office worker sitting beside a silent generator. The power is out, but his phone screen is glowing. He watches one repair video, then another. Soon, he has 10 tabs open. One man says spark plug, another says carburetor, someone else says bad fuel. Within an hour, he can name 6 reasons the generator may not start. But the generator is still untouched. He has information, but no feedback. He keeps reading because reading feels safe. The moment he tests something, he could be wrong. That is the Researcher. He is closer than the first 2 men, but knowledge has become another place to hide. Level 4. The Fighter. Picture a man spending Saturday morning underneath an old pickup truck. One rusted bolt refuses to move. He pulls. Nothing. He adjusts his grip, pulls harder. Still nothing. Now the bolt feels personal. He reaches for a longer bar. The wrench slips, and the corners begin to round. One problem has become 2. At this level, the man is no longer working with the machine. He is arguing with it. He believes the bolt should move because he is trying hard enough. But machines do not respond to effort. They respond to the right action. Still, this level matters. The stripped screw, the broken clip, the wrong wire, create memories no manual can give him. That is the Fighter. He has finally put his hands on the problem, but he still believes force can replace understanding. Level 5. The Builder. Picture the same man a few years later, standing in front of a generator that refuses to start. This time, he does not keep pulling the cord. He stops and begins with the simplest question: does it have fuel? Then, is there a spark? Then, is air reaching the engine? One system, one test, one answer at a time. If he changes something, he remembers what he changed. If nothing happens, he removes that possibility and moves on. The machine is no longer fighting him. It is giving him clues. A wet spark plug says one thing. A dry one says another. Every failed test still gives him information. The Builder may not know the answer immediately, but he is no longer lost. His goal is not to look capable. His goal is to discover what is true. That is the Builder. He has stopped asking, "Why will this thing not cooperate?" and started asking, "What is this machine trying to show me?" Level 6. The Diagnostician. Picture a man inside his workshop listening to a motor that keeps overheating. Everyone points at the motor. "Replace it," they say. But the diagnostician looks at the system around it. The blocked vent, the worn bearing, the belt pulled too tight. He knows the loudest symptom is not always the original cause. A dead battery may begin with a loose connection. A broken belt may begin with a pulley that stopped turning freely. So he traces the failure backward. What changed? What happened first? What was the machine doing before it stopped? That is the diagnostician. He does not only fix what broke, he understands why it broke. Level 7. The Master Builder. Picture an older man standing beside a younger one. both looking at an engine that refuses to start. The younger man expects him to walk over and fix it, but the older man does not rush. He listens. He looks. He asks what happened before the engine stopped. Then he points to the first thing worth checking. He does not grab the tool. He lets the younger man test it, because the master builder is not the man who knows every answer. He is the man who stays calm when he does not know. He knows when to keep testing, when to open the manual, when to ask another man, and when stopping will prevent more damage. And when he finds the problem, he explains it simply, not to prove what he knows, but so another man can find the answer next time. That is the final level, not only repairing what broke, but passing on the ability to face the next broken thing. Because, eventually, every machine fails, every tool wears down, and the broken thing begins asking a quiet question. Will you step back, push blindly, or move closer and begin to understand? If you are the kind of man who fixes, builds, and learns through your hands, consider subscribing. And if you recognize yourself somewhere in these levels, the Builder's Field Guide goes deeper into the habits shared by practical men. You will find it in the description below. What was the first thing you ever fixed without anyone helping you? Tell us the story in the comments. And if you want to see how these same levels appear inside a workshop, watch the video on screen.